What's going on, YouTube? Back with some more Tribe 9 news, which I definitely didn't expect, and I wasn't expecting to make a video on the game so soon again, but here we are. They came out with another little update about the whole situation, as well as the future on a couple of things that they're planning on doing, so let's get into it. First is the size of the team, just to kind of paint a picture. It says here that they had about 300 people on staff for development and management, and I just swap over here real quick. Here, monthly salary. In America, the minimum wage is $7.25. It varies from state to state, but in a month, you're paying about $1,200. And I believe that would be before taxes, but even still, $1,200. You multiply that times 30, you're looking at nearing 40,000. You know, and multiply that by, 300. We're looking at like 300,000, and that's not you aren't gonna be able to make that bankroll on about, what was it, 50,000 in that last month, which is just unfortunate. Keeping that in mind, it's even crazier when you actually look back at the game. So we'll see here that I actually have like 20k paid. It makes the decision to actually kind of double everybody's currency at the launch really insane, because it really isn't that tough to pull some characters and then still have to hold on to a surplus. I probably wasn't going to be going through this for the next few months, honestly. So next here, they outline a bit about the refund details, which is surprising to see a little bit, but I guess not entirely surprising, because maybe it could be considered fraud. I'm not entirely sure. But it says all paid item purchases made after the publication of the roadmap, which was on April 10th, so a little over a month ago, will be refunded. Purchases made with paid Enigma entities will not be eligible for refunds. So if you spent those anywhere on the skins in the shop or something like that, so then you won't be getting those back if you made these purchases after the 10th. With the exception of the Battle Pass, because again, the Battle Pass, they can't really fulfill that obligation anymore, because those characters are, those Ichinosuke and Saizo are not releasing. And then here they just outline details of however you paid is however you would get refunded, but more details regarding the application period and relevant application methods for refund will be provided as soon as they are finalized. So keep your eyes open if you're applicable to this. You spent after the 10th. Definitely make sure you keep your finger on the pulse here, because it'll be important for you to apply so you can actually, get your well-earned money back. Now this part here is where I would say don't get your hopes up too much, but again, I would keep my eye on it. So these are two separate sections right here: the refund after the publication of the roadmap, and the refunds for remaining unconsumed paid Enigma entities in your possession after the end of service. So this statement here is made under this section specifically, the one that says that you will get refunded on purchases made after the roadmap. But here, again, this is an entirely different section, so I feel like if they wanted to specify this date period, they would have done it, outside of this specific section. But regardless, remaining paid Enigma entities in players' possession when service terminates on November will be refunded. Remember, that's a long-ass time away, so you wouldn't be seeing that anytime soon. That's basically just a little under 6 months away from now. These will be refunded at the highest rate of 222 in Japanese yen per entity, and it roughly adds up to pretty much exactly what you would have paid for, at least the way I looked at it. If I looked at mine, I think I actually make money, which is kind of weird, but yeah, again, I'm not really expecting or looking forward to a refund, because again, the wording's not entirely clear here if I'll actually get a refund or not. It'd be nice if I did, but I'm not getting my hopes up. This section here is just saying that all Enigmas spent on the support contract will be refunded back to your account, and they will be eligible for a refund as well. Again, there is going to be an application period, so make sure you keep an eye open for this, so that way you can try and apply and get some of your stuff back. And then the final section, and depending on how things pan out, this might be the most important: the publication plans for the unreleased story. The development team is disbanding, unable to add new story content. Yet through the effort of the scenario team, they've been working hard to publish the story content on the official Tribe 9 website up until Chapter 5, which was already in production. Which obviously, a live service, it should have been in production. They do note instances in which content is difficult to follow as narration may not be sufficient enough to depict the whole story in detail. We ask for your understanding, so just know that however they're releasing this, I'm not sure if it's just going to be like one long untranslated document of just dialogue or something, but yeah, without the context of gameplay and whatnot, it, you know, some things might not quite make sense, but at least we'll be getting the story in some form. This is going to be released in Japanese only, so, you know, we're gonna have to hope that some kind souls out there are going to be able to translate it, or we're just gonna have to rely on some machine translation, which, you know, isn't the worst. Again, at least this is going to exist in some kind of shape or form, and, you know, hopefully we'll get some closure on some things in the story at least. Obviously, it's not going to come to a full conclusion, but, you know, hopefully it'll be interesting and, you know, something to sate our appetite. So this wraps up the entire update here. They just apologize here at the end, so that's about it. But the last thing I wanted to highlight was actually the community. The community has been really fantastic for Tribe 9. Really just an incredible group of people. We can see here that a fanzine project is being made for Tribe 9 by Tribe 9 fans, and this is really cool to see. And then just the, you know, supports, and then, you know, obviously, you know, there's definitely some animosity here as well, but just a lot of the support you see as well on like the subreddits and on the Discord. A lot of people are also trying to find, you know, something else to help scratch that that Tribe 9 itch since it's gone. So that wraps up this update. I just wanted to bring it to people's attention, make sure people are aware, especially if this stuff is applicable to you. And again, shout out to the community. You know, what an amazing group of people. Yeah. So until the next time, take care. I'll see you.